Hello and welcome, Edge over 8. I'm coming back with another PC building one. As many people rightly pointed out, the stock CPU cooler for the i7-4790K that I installed on my PC is not good enough for keeping my CPU cool for gaming and processing video, so I'm going to resolve that by installing a new cooler. So I purchased the Hyper 212 Evo, and that is the cooler that I'm going to go ahead and install. To open up the box, here's the pieces for the back plate, the screws, the thermal paste. The main cooler still in the box, so I'm going to get the PC opened up and get ready to install this. Okay, so that's my case opened up, the Zalman Z11 case. I've only had the PC for a month or so. It's the first time I've opened it up since then, and considering the pets I have, the dust filters on this case are doing a lot better job than my old PC was. So here's the cooler. We're going to remove this and replace it with the Evo. Okay, first up, removing the stock cooler. It's just a case of giving these a twist to unlock them, and then we pull it up, and we'll take the power cable off of it as well, and then should just be a case of being able to lift it out. There we go. There's a wee bit of thermal paste residue left from the bottom of the cooler. That's nothing to worry about. Okay, time to get the new one installed. So here is the cooler. The first thing the instructions tell me to do is to take the fan off of it. It's just a case of pulling these clips, yep, and loosen it up, and that can come off. There we go, there's the heatsink and the fan. You can buy an additional fan to attach onto the other side of the heatsink as well. But I haven't done that at this point. I think this is going to be sufficient enough. Okay, so the next stage, pretty detailed instructions that come with it. Next stage is to peel off the sticker from the bottom and apply some thermal paste onto the CPU. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I've peeled the sticker, now to put on some of the thermal paste. It doesn't say whether you're not supposed to use the whole lot, but I have just used the whole lot. That's that. Okay, the next stage is to get this attachment set up the right way for the processor. So my socket is an LG 1150. So I need to move the pins on this thing to the middle setting on them. You can see there, they're in the furthest setting. You can't really see the middle setting because it's overlapped. And there's an end one too, so you just push down on that and it slides along. That's in the middle. That would be at the end. We'll just slide it back to the middle. Probably can't do this while holding my iPad. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do this. Slide these all into the right position. That's those two. That's that one. I did that one already, so I need to slide this one back, which is tricky. There we go. Right, that's them all now in the right position, and you see, if you can, that then makes it into the right place for sitting over the top of that. So the next thing I need to do is get this black back plate in position with the screws. Need to lift the machine up again to do that. Okay, so the back plate is pretty much just held in place at the moment loosely with the 4 bolts that are going through there. I need to apply these washers onto the back of them, and using a screwdriver I can use this to tighten them up. go ahead and do that. Okay, the back plate's on. If you're going to do what I do and what I just did and stand the case up to put the back plate on, don't put the thermal paste on first. Thermal paste ended up dripping a bit. Tidied it up a wee bit carefully with some cotton buds. Hopefully there's no damage, otherwise, ouch. So next is to actually attach the heatsink. Put the wee claw bit inside, resting on top of it just now. We're going to lift that in, and that's going to sit down on top of here. And I'm going to put the iPad down to finish this off and screw these bolts in. Okay, so that is the heatsink screwed into place on all four sides. Remember, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, so that you're going down in a kind of even spread. As far as I can tell, everything looks alright just now, so I'm just going to go ahead and attach the fan attachment to the heatsink and then cable it up, and we shall start her up again. Okay, that is the fan in place and plugged in. Feeling very nervous right now, so I'm going to go and plug it back in and make sure everything is okay. Okay, moment of truth time. Please don't blow up. It blew up. That's okay. It's restarting. This is not a good sign. There we go. It's not a new CPU. Okay, it's recognised the CPU, it's recognised everything. Right, we now have a tower cooler. So we can tune it up a bit more. Okay, yes. Helps my speakers weren't so bloody loud. Making me shit myself. Still not that much louder. It's quite a quiet rig in general. Okay, things have started up. I shall switch to desktop catcher. Okay, welcome back. So I've got CPU temp running to monitor my temperatures, which is getting fed through. The highest one is getting fed through to this overlay. So updates pretty much real time with the highest temperature that it gets from this core temp. So my idle temperature is a little bit lower than it was before, but the real test will be processing video on Handbrake. So this is a 2 gig video that I'm going to try and compress. Hit start. Yeah, okay. And temperatures are going up to 70-ish. It's pretty good. 75, 77 I saw just there a second ago. But when I was running a compression through Handbrake before, I was getting near enough 100 degrees. So we've dropped 25 to 30 degrees here, which I would call a success. So thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you've got any suggestions, like should I have put the fan on the other side of the heatsink? Should I have not been a numpty and spilt thermal paste all over the place? Should I have cleaned the thermal paste up a bit better? Please leave a comment and I shall get back to you, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.